Good morning. I'm here in Quartz Hill, California, in the studio of Warren Scherich. I was here a couple of weeks ago when he had his dancing floor ready for an event that he held, and now this is the second layer. I was invited to participate in this installation, which I'm very grateful to Mr. Scherich for doing that for me. Just gonna give you an idea of how wonderful this exhibition, how this installation looks. It's a wonderful idea, great concept, and has to be documented for the future generations. And so, can you imagine 1,000 years from now when somebody discovers this site, they'll find objects from a non-existent culture, but from the imagination of a wonderful artist. The artist, like I said, his name is Warren Scherich, and we are at his studio. How you doing, Warren? Good morning.
Good morning, Edwin. Welcome to Scherich's Studio and Art Gallery.
Thank you. Let me get over here so you're perfect there. So this is the second installment of your installation.
Yes. 2 feet below this is a giant mural that's 20 feet by 20 feet, full of ceramic tiles that are all personally designed by me, and a number of friends helped on that. So that's the bottom layer. That's about 8 feet down. This is 2 feet above this, and then this is a ceramic installation. There are highly decorated masks and sculptures. The genesis of this project actually started about, I'm pushing 50 years ago now. First time I was traveling in southern Mexico, and I went to a town called Villahermosa, and they have a park there called Parque La Venta. In this park, the Mexican government has gone into the jungles and removed all of the big Olmec heads from their natural site, basically to protect them. And these heads and giant sculptures are in this park for people to come and visit. That was the first time I really had a discussion with an artist across time. The people who made these sculptures had been dead, 3,000 or 4,000 years. Yet here I am sitting there having a discussion with these guys about art, culture, etc., etc. And so I have been on the receiving end of a discussion that started 5,000 years before me. What I've created here in this installation is now I will be on the giving end of a discussion that will happen 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years from now. And so it is really art across time there.
Very interesting. And which is your background? What do you study at school?
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in philosophy, and then I have an MFA in sculpting from Cal State, Los Angeles. And also, too, I've extensively traveled through southern Mexico many, many times and gone to almost every ruin site that I could locate. I am heavily, heavily indebted to Central American pre-Columbian art. I find that as my cultural roots. Even more, very firmly grounded in Western thought, but my images, my art is grounded in Central American thought.
Have you visited Guatemala by any chance?
Only to the northern border of Mexico, right next to Guatemala. I've been on the river that separates Guatemala from Mexico. I went on a jungle cruise there to a Mayan ruin site, but I have not yet had the pleasure of going to Guatemala.
Thank you so very much for creating this piece, this big installation, and inviting local community, local artists to participate.
Well, this one will be covered up, and just the top of the highest pieces will be into the next level. And then that level has got more ceramics installation going on. That will be a very narrow layer. And then on top of that will be another 2 feet, and then I have all of these kind of metal and industrial images and pieces that will take the top level.
Oh, do you metal sculptures?
Well, metal sculptures, also a lot of metal, like axe heads, hammers, things like this. So there'll be tools, and a lot of my broken tools will all be in that top layer. So I've created from 9 feet down all the way to the surface a whole lineage of information to be discovered and talked about years from now.